I think let's go back. Should government be paying P2, P3, P4, P5? Sincerely, when you can sell a bag of potatoes, you can sell your goat, you can sell what to be able to afford that money. Okay? Rather than say we are going to pay for you. So again, at secondary, and so even if I don't have money, because are we selling coffee? Are we selling cotton? Are we selling tea? What are we selling? What are these peasants? What are these in this economy, which is a supermarket economy, and groceries and so forth, and an economy, economy with roadside markets that you see coming at the dark of the night, and that's when you see the markets. That's how people make something small when the police, I think, has gone to sleep or URA is not there, that kind of thing. So this is the bulk of the population. But the point I'm making here is that I'm energetic. Why shouldn't I come to my school and make bricks? After all, you want to expand, and you cost those bricks and you receipt me that I have paid school fees. How can I not come with my bag of beans or 2 bags of rice or what, and the school in the market day goes and sells these things because I have no market, and you give me a receipt, I have paid school fees for my O level, for my A level. I'm trying to say let's be creative so that the rest of the money is put, because the skills,
David,
I'm saying,
I want you to be very,
very
the
skills,
realistic.
I'm coming back to this. The skills are left until all the children have dropped off school, and only 32% or some percentage has reached the tertiary education. That's when now they give you the skills, how to repair a borehole, how to do become an engineer, how to become a pilot, how to become this. They leave it for those who reach there, and yet those skills are needed downstairs. So we need to redo.
So should I skill the secondary education level so and pay for primary and secondary, and for the few that choose to go to
put a
university,
loan scheme,
let them find a way.
Make an education loan scheme which is sensitive to the plight of these citizens.
Thank you.
It's not an agricultural scheme, it's not for industry, it's not for what, but for education. And then people just borrow and you pay at once.
Asante.
You don't go through these things.
We still have not defined what, as I argued before, the policy is incoherent. There is a huge problem in terms of policy. You want universal primary education.
Yes.
But then you abolish teacher training colleges. So who is going to teach?
So what are you?
Because the two went together. As they were going universal primary education, they were also abolishing teacher training colleges. Two,
the word is reducing.
Yeah. It was a disaster.
I know we fought about it.
It was very good.
We fought about it, and mine was purely at.
Now the second one.
Do we call that sectarian? It was at religious level.
The second
For some reason, the pulcos were closing all hours.
Communities.
I won't say who the hour is. Yes.
Community.
Catholic.
Sorry.
Communities.
I didn't know that.
As a people, through either religious institutions, culture, to mention but a few, established their own schools.
Indeed.
Yes. And government woke up out of sleep and said, we are taking them over. There was also a struggle of parents and teachers forming an association. Yes, to look after their children, improve the quality, remunerate the teacher, and move. Government abolished that and took over those schools and destroyed them. And that's, yes, and destroyed them. That's why you
I don't know about destroy. Go on.
That's why you have the emergence. You know, it's malice, really. Because I consider them very educated people. These are guys who looked revolutionary, were in the bush, but when they came out, they tell you education is not a priority. I remember I had a face-off with the Minister of Education in Mbarara High School. Now, so you have that problem. Then you now have what you call skilling. What should have been technical colleges, for those who don't go to the university, therefore should go for diploma. Mu Nakawa, which is business school that would offer diplomas, you now make it a university. What do you have as an alternative? What have you put in place in lieu of that?
And on that, you lose the UCCs. Because we had Uganda colleges of commerce. From across the country, you had one in Tororo, there was one in Aduku, there was, Busitema has become a university, there used to be one in Kabale. I have a problem with that, and I agree with you. For me, it is a bastardization of education.
But what do we
completely.
do?
Yeah. So now, then you
Go back to them.
So now let's go now to, for want of time, to the definition of the Rio doctrine. You are saying government sponsored. Sponsored in what? Because you see, if you say government sponsored in Basaja Barawa's university, then you say yes, government is sponsoring me. But how can government sponsor you in a public university? You see, the definition of that, the definition also becomes a problem.
Because that's a distinction, Charles. That is really a word for distinction.
How public-
that
public.
says that you have Baguma, who is here courtesy of a public scholarship. And then you have Chibazo, who is here
No, you see, if
courtesy
you are
of
going- if
private
you are going
scholarship.
But what do we do?
If you are going to an Indian university, then you can go for a scholarship. It can be from the private foundations or it can be from government. But this is an institution that belongs to the public. It belongs to
Charles,
government.
you've diagnosed. Prescribe now.
Now, the second one...
I need the prescription.
I haven't checked your kidneys.
The Cholichon.
So let me check it thoroughly. How many universities? Because since we got independence, we actually have one operating public university.
No, we've grown beyond that, Charles. You have Chambogo, you have Busitema, you have Gulu,
I'm talking
you have
about
Mbarara.
the investment where you put up a university consciously, not where you inherit buildings of a college, and you just paint them and you call it a university.
With a signboard.
We sign, why you just simply change sign posts. I'm talking about consciously constructing a university. We have not. What we have is what we inherited from independence. Same building, same structure, same everything. So, therefore, we need to have a conscious decision of investing in education. And for what? Because you also define for what. Why are you investing in it? Why are you getting money for it? And then define all these parameters. But we must have equitable access to opportunity. You have that injustice, you have a problem.
Chene, what do we do?
No, the government of the Republic of Uganda, under His Excellency the President Museveni,
You'll have to go through the ranks and
General.
is consciously mobilizing citizens to go into commercial farming, agriculture, to ensure, because I'm responding to Puluko about the economy, to ensure that we grow consciously to improve our incomes. Now, when we are talking about the solution to this university, yes, if we go into this operation with creation, commercial farming, I've not seen a person whose trays of eggs have gone without a buyer or chicken. So what we Ugandans need to do is to go into...
farmer.
I'm becoming one.
Well,
So
you will need to consult me.
Please don't divert me. Now, that will, in the long run,
I'll tell you something very quickly, unrelated to this. Joachim Buembo, in a tweet that he did yesterday, says that if you hear someone that says an acre of banana will give you this much money measured against this metric area and this, you know that one has not farmed.
Or has
Okay,
been wholly subsidized by corruption.
that is always Joachim Buembo in farming, practical. He farms in papers. Now, in the long run, if we are serious, we can be able to solve the problem of poverty and therefore be able to pay for university
Let me
education.
ask you, there are two Cheyunes that I'm listening to. The initial Cheyune that was giving me the perspective of the non-capitalist Cheyune that is talking about this population that is disenfranchised, that
That's where
needs
I'm coming
education,
to.
that is poor,
That's where I'm
that
coming
must be
to.
allowed access.
Yes.
Is the same Cheyune that is telling me
No.
economically
Commercial
you
farmer.
can
In-
bring power
you can be
to
commercial
arrive.
farmer.
So
Wait,
which Cheyune should I listen to?
You
have
can be a
picked-
commercial
you
farmer
have not-
by being donated to
You have not understood me. That's now in the long run. In the long run. Because we must improve our incomes, we must improve this economy. We are crying for public sponsorship or public investment in education and other social services because we are not yet there. Now, me, I'm more privileged than all of you here in the sense that I have been almost everything at Makerere University. I have been a student there twice. Have had my graduations twice. I have worked as an administrator.
In Makerere.
Yes, I have worked as a lecturer. You know? Now, I have studied, I understand, and I've been a student leader like him. Now, we have been tussling with these problems. I can even tell you right now that I am in court with the Makerere University. The problem that some of you don't even talk about, that when you talk about privatization, you pay your own fees, then there were no measures taken to check on the grid and the routing staff at Makerere University. Those who steal,
The money.
the money that
But
is
that's what I'm
paid
saying,
by
the station,
private.
the business that the president doing
So
at the station.
now, if
That's why I said,
Makerere
let's
University
stay
was
away.
overburdened.
You wait outside the gate.
It was overburdened
Let this
because
place
when they
go
talked
ahead.
about public sponsorship or government sponsorship, then they said private. Now, the state could not pay in time, as you people have been saying. Now, as they were not paying in time, then it forced the staff, the administrators, to begin multiplying, even creating costless courses to be able to market money. In fact, their focus became money, not academics. That's why when you go and check, all of us have been there. If you went and checked, the quality is very, very low. In fact, lower than even in
Some A-level schools.
Yes.
Interestingly, Cheyune, Makerere is still among the best universities.
No, don't tell me
It is
these
still
internet
ranked
things
among
of
the
yours.
10
No,
best
Look at the business.
Of course, I know
engage
you
these
and,
students.
Like you're reading President Kenyatta's...
No, engage these students. The quality. Engage these in a debate. These protocols are always there. What they understand now?
Hold there, Cheyune. Cheyune, you see,
That you have a degree.
you are mourning, you are crying.
In doing-
Give me 1, 2.
What
do you
I'm saying as a solution,
do? 1.
let us no.
Sorry.
Now,
One.
one for stop that belief in universityism.
2.
Let us reduce on the intake so that we match the resources, and then we remain with the population that we can manage. 2, let us make, actually it is related to the first one, that the focus of the consumers of education should now be seen to look elsewhere, practical.
The
Because
technical colleges
technical colleges.
that
There is
we
no
are
way.
not funding.
No, and now we are saying let us refocus, let us revisit the technical education,
Thank
the
you very
teacher
much.
education.
Richard Baguma.
Don't steer the little
That is 1.
that is there, and not just at the tertiary level, because it is connected in all these sectors. Don't steer it.
You remind me, when the president was addressing cabinet retreat about 2 weeks ago,
Which you attended.
by default.
No, I mean, courtesy of...
Yeah, I forget
Okay,
about
I
that.
hear you.
Well, but when the president was addressing
You have to investigate this guy. You have to investigate this guy.
cabinet
He's
retreat,
attending cabinet.
He's attending
one
cabinet
of
retreats.
the
Is
things
some-
that I
is
found
some-
extremely interesting.
Amicus something.
Amicus cabinet.
By the way, Cheyune was there on the first day as well. At the cabinet retreat. I don't remember. I
You
know
ran
about the
away,
sec-
you left us.
ahead,
in the-
because I was only amicus. But the president asks the Minister of Education and her staff, what happened? Because the president is talking of a school that was never constructed, that didn't have bricks, but had a budget, that had been funded
I
and
got
had
one. I
disappeared.
almost in a secondary school.
That is capitalism.
I
That,
got
it
one.
can
That
only
is
be there under
stealing, that is
capitalism.
capitalism.
No, it is capitalism which
Capitalism
allows
has
stealing.
controls.
Because
Capitalism has controls. It does
you know,
not allow
capitalism
theft.
comes with the
I
so-called
almost
right.
Don't
Right.
steer.
School.
But we are not angels. When you steer, then you pay a price.
Kabisa.
Yeah. So for me,
And
that
that is very lacking.
that is critical. The other one is universities are not walls. Universities are not buildings.
Yes.
So we must, I agree with him, consciously reduce the universityism in our parents, our institutions, and our children. But we must also take away the warism of university education. That is critical, and we must plan in that direction. For me also, the discussions around education and tertiary education must not only be among academicians. If you are talking about providing finances, democratic finances to deserving and needy students, then you must involve those ones who know and provide finance. And that goes beyond just the academicians. And that also involves
You're talking the
all the
banks?
others.
You're
Absolutely.
talking-
Absolutely. Who provides finances? Who owns this finance? If they are in the market to get profit out of it, how do you engage them to convince them to put this money here? Because we will talk until tomorrow. So you must broaden the stakeholders that are in the realm of tertiary
But
education.
how come the bot is 100?
They
Because
didn't.
they had fewer
No, they
people.
didn't.
No, but they
No,
couldn't.
they just didn't. It is this looking at history
You see,
as good
you
and
see,
what.
The only
Because
thing I would agree with Charles about the Obotes is one, that
They believe in
the other
people.
tertiary institutions, away from the universities actually operated. They would send someone to Kabale, UCC, or Kabale NTC, and it was operational. There was Unyama was a technical college or a
There was a UTC.
NTC.
for me, the
You can
ideological,
go private, you can go public.
All these
the
things,
ideological debate we must have
unfortunately,
is
have
this one
been
where you
killed.
have
You had
one
hotel
student from a
colleges.
sub-county, and that is the one they point to. Is that where you want us to remain?
You had hotel
I like the
colleges
way
across this
Guma
country.
is beginning.
They've been
Yeah, yeah.
choked and killed. And for me, the desire for everyone to go to university has been courtesy of the death of the Kichwambas,
All in all.
the death of Chambogo Polytech. I'm still insulted by the fact that you took away Polytechnic Chambogo, you took away UNISE, you took away ITEC, and converted them into some liberal arts university. It's an
All
insult.
in
Where
all.
there is a
And
strike
we are
every
doing
year.
it even at a private level.
pub-
Buganda government did it. Took away Masaka Technical College, one of the very best at its level,
then
and converted it into a liberal arts university
staggering.
that is teaching Shakespeare like I did.
All in all, really, if you have humanism in you, the Ubuntu.
Ubuntu.
Yes, if you have it, if you have Ubuntu, the public can't fail to educate its children.
And you know, capitalism teaches the
because-
concept of Ubuntu as
No, no,
well.
that's
This one doesn't understand.
When
it.
did capitalism teach that?
that is
Capitalism
real.
means money eat man.
That is
No.
really fact.
Yes.
You see, the problem with you is you last read when it was Marx and Engels that were writing. Read the latest economics.
No, we
the
are
most
talking about
socialist,
Marxists.
the most socialist societies I have been to are the capitalist
So,
one.
are you still
Kabisa.
asking the question, must I answer?
Yes, finally, David Pulkos.
So if we have
David
our
Pulkos.
problem is that we don't have Ubuntu.
We have about 4 minutes. David.
4 minutes. Now, I've told you that we need to think out of the box in terms of making it easier for
This must
citizens.
be a ball, not a box.
I hear you, to think outside the current system, to make it easier for parents to be able to pay school fees at the lower level and so forth.
Those you are
Secondly,
buying hose for.
yeah, and I'm saying also that let's change the economy to be an inclusive economy, not economy growing in a few pockets. Please, this one of dropping a chick here or a seedling of what there, a goat here, a seedling what there, it's not going to be sustainable. Go beyond that.
He's supervising the seedlings.
I hear you,
Some
but,
of them are
but
not
at the end of the day,
grown.
they are drying out even before they are, because the way, you
Because
know,
of the saboteurs.
No. You are making citizens like they are zombies, that they don't know how to plan for their families.
going
That
back-
you must buy.
We are going
and
back into
distribute.
the partisan discussion
No,
on
no,
education.
no,
It
no,
must
I'm
be
coming
non-partisan.
back
But
to
Mr.
say-
Maguma, you are conscious
listen,
that the peasant.
it must be non-partisan.
Mr. Maguma, you are conscious
You
that the
see-
peasant cannot buy a
not
hoe.
That
Why
David,
can't he
very
be
briefly,
conscious?
we
He
need
can't
to
now
go
let
out.
me
No,
let
it
me
must
say
be
this.
Time is
Then
running.
at the university, please, you stay outside
You
the
said that
gate.
previously.
Outside the gate. Let these
No,
let these
no,
administrators fix
Okay,
the thing.
David,
They are
David,
becoming
David,
lazy.
David.
The administrators
David,
are
the police
becoming
is
lazy.
responsible.
I hear
when,
you.
When the Romshanas were striking
Listen,
and
they
you were Minister of
succeeded. We
Education,
withdrew. We withdrew
you and
police.
Mushega
We
closed the
withdrew
university.
police.
You and Mushega closed the
we
university.
gave them the opportunity
They
to solve
showed-
the
they
problem,
showed us.
and they solved.
They showed
But
us.
you solved the problem.
And they are so by shooting us.
But the
No,
problem
it's
raided
the
the
discussion
university.
must be non-partisan.
Listen,
It
listen.
can't be deteriorated to
Learning
partisanship.
our lessons. Each
Which
time
part
the
are you
police
wrong?
intervenes, You are making those
part do you
administrators
belong to?
lazy. Let the problem, when they
There are
fail,
serious issues
then
we are
it
talking
comes
about.
back.
When
Thirdly,
there is a threat to life,
I hear
I
you.
would invite the police.
But listen, Chief, what I don't
Of
want to
course,
see,
I don't want to invite the police
What I
to
don't
be
want
the
to see-
threat,
To
to be
manage
the
your children.
threat to life themselves.
yeah, what I don't want is that before even these people have disrupted any traffic,
Shoot children.
okay, anywhere, they have not even
No,
burnt
I'm
anything,
saying if
they have
there
not
is a
caused
threat to
any,
life, I would
any
invite
mayhem.
the police.
They are just
What
in the
I
halls
don't
of
want
residence,
is to invite the police to be
and
the
then you
threat to
think it's a
themselves.
police problem.
We must
No,
thank,
but,
we must thank
anyway,
the
let me
Mzee
come back-
Mateges
let me come
who
back to
watch
say-
us and keep watching.
Let me come back, but please make a facility available for children, whether of the rich or the poor, to be able to access that resource to pay for this education. Because these are not children of those parents, they are children of Uganda. Because now these loans we are borrowing will be paid in 30 years.
And by
Okay.
if you want,
We will be
all
gone.
of them are now watching
We will be gone.
Your soaps.
No,
Now
to
the
me,
people will pay those loans are these ones you are calling hooligans now.
Okay,
So
thank you
what
very
skills,
much.
what tools are we
thank you
giving
very
them?
much. We have to go away
Let's
from
be
here.
supportive.
I see a number of my friends complaining that we didn't take calls today. Yes, and I apologize for that. Someone says charge per course unit instead of charging per annum or per year, so that people can reduce the time they spent at the university.
I would want. Can I ask you this?
all those are weird
Can I ask you
suggestions.
this question?
For course unit. yeah.
If I paid for the 2.5 years and I failed to pay the last bit, what portion of a degree do you give me?
No, you keep the marks in the fridge, a freezer.
No, all those, all
will not
that.
go
I have
back.
paid, I have
And
paid,
then when
I
you
have
get the
paid and
money,
started 90%.
Then you come
But
and
you haven't
continue from
completed.
where you stopped.
But you haven't completed.
But you see, I paid for my knowledge.
I
want
know,
the
I
document.
know that at,
Why don't you give me a
I know
knowledge-
that at Uganda Matters
diploma.
University, for
Why don't you
example,
give me a document?
in that level they would give you an
Suggestions like
associate
this one
degree.
are
Why
just
do you give me
weird.
zero?
Viewers, we have to go. It's always
Sorry.
a pleasure sitting in on a Friday with you. It started on a very light one, and I invite you to join us again. And thank you very much to those people that meet Baguma and say they keep watching, and Amicus face off.